Okay, so it's time for a 4,000 mile update on the Honda Metropolitan 2017. It's been a great bike. I have absolutely no complaints about it whatsoever. As I mentioned in the 1,000 mile update, I did put on mirror extenders, which I still think is a great idea, and it makes it much easier to see over your shoulder instead of actually seeing your shoulders themselves. I've made no other particular modifications at this point. I replaced the battery. The battery went dead at about 3,000 miles. I replaced it with a LIFE battery, which seems to be working very nicely. It was a bit more expensive. I don't know if it's really any better than a lead acid battery. I just replaced the battery on my 2007 also. It was a lead acid battery. I replaced it with a lead acid battery that I bought online on Amazon for about $30, and that seems to be working fine too. So 6 of one, half dozen the other. The tires are still holding out pretty good. As you can see from the tread, there's still a fair amount of tread. It's probably getting to be about time to replace the tires, maybe within another 1,000 miles, I think. The seat is holding out wonderfully. I still have some scratches on the body from where my kids have made bad decisions riding it. I still change the oil between every 500 and 1,000 miles. The oil cap is a cheap alloy casting. It has a hex head on it and a wide base. It's easy to get that over tightened, and then it's hard to remove it. Most recently I stripped the head out to where I couldn't get it off. Then I tried using vice grips, and then the head cracked, but it was still unmoved. Ultimately, what I found works really well is taking a small cold chisel, like a 1/2-inch cold chisel, and lining it up on the wider perimeter and tapping, tap, 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 and then tapping a couple different places until it loosens it, because you got much more leverage from the outside of that larger cap than you do from the hex head itself. I ordered a oil cap which was pretty expensive. It was like $18 for the 2017, but I'm pretty sure, well actually I am sure, that it's the same oil cap that the older ones use, which is much cheaper. If you look up the price for a 2007, it's cheaper. If you look on eBay, you can get Chinese made oil caps, which I've ordered 2 of for $8. So I'm gonna see if those are a good alternative also. The oil caps are, like I said, they're a weak alloy, but they're made that way for 2 reasons. Because it's cheaper, and because you want to sacrifice the oil cap, not the threads in the oil pan itself, the crankcase. So overall, I have absolutely nothing to complain about with the scooter. I still enjoy riding it. It'd be nice if it went a little faster, but I still get 37 miles per hour, and I still get about 100 miles per gallon. So there's really nothing to dislike about it, and I've done no other maintenance except the oil changes. So I still recommend it heartily. I still think it's a good investment, probably a better investment than the Korean scooters, and definitely a better investment than the Chinese ones, which are a lot cheaper, but can be hard to get parts for and maybe less reliable. So I'll keep you posted. Check in a couple thousand more miles. Thanks.